What up, people? Welcome to Griever TV. Of course, I am Griever, and we are getting live right now with the Tides Ref Dota 2 tournament, and we're into one of the last quarterfinals. Only one more to go, and then we'll be on to the semis, and then the grand final. Going to be huge. And got Avril and No Mercy casting here today. So, Ace, what's up, man?
Yo, this is going to be really exciting. This is one of our last two quarterfinals, and then we've only got semis and finals to go. So this tournament's going to wrap up pretty quickly, and I'm really excited to see how it goes out.
Yeah, most definitely, dude. We also have No Mercy in here for the casting duties. How's it going, dude?
Hey, Griever, not too bad. Haven't got too much sleep, but I couldn't go to bed with this game still to come.
Oh, dude, I feel you. 1 hour sleep for me as well. Of course, we're traditionally TF2 casters and players, but we're all into that Dota. Ace is pretty hardcore. I believe Mercy's real into it as well. I'll be taking a bit of a backward step on this one, seeing as I'm not as up to play as these two are. But Ace, you got the lead on this. Let's get into it.
Well, we're going to go straight into these bans and picks. So we've got Reddit Gone Wild, otherwise known as Poker Battle. They signed up as the name Poker Battle, and Bung League +4. And our first three bans are going to be Bat Rider and Darkseer for Gone Wild, with Nyx Assassin for Bung League 4, followed closely by the Magnus.
Yeah, nothing too really
Standard
out
bans.
there. Pretty standard bans. So I guess the notable left outs, teams have got to pick what they prefer, but Coddle's been seeing a lot of play lately. If a team likes Wisp, teams often go for that early. Or some of the top tier support picks, potentially like a Shadow Demon or a Jakiro or a Rubik. Really have to wait and see what these guys want and how high they prioritize their mids or their carries.
Yeah, Keeper of the Light has definitely been one of those top picks in recent times. Not there you go.
And there
And
we
as
go.
I say that, he's the first one to pick. So if you're gonna let Keeper of the Light through, you're not gonna ban him. Somebody's gonna pick him up because he's right now. He's one of those. He's one of those top picks. You know, he's one of those heroes where, you know, you can do whatever. You can just sit him in a lane and have him defend a lane on his own with Illuminate while the rest of the team does something else. And actually, quite surprisingly, the other team. Well, I'm not too sure. Phantom Lancer, I actually think Keeper of the Light might be pretty good at clearing Phantom Lancer illusions, actually, so I'm not too sure about that pick. But Undying, very powerful. Gonna see what Gone Wild are gonna do in response. Shadow Demon to be the first one.
Yeah, Shadow Demon's a nice counter pick against PL. Obviously, you can make your own little mini army of illusions from illusions. But yeah, interesting to see. Maybe the PL pick was a slightly defensive pick. I mean, everyone sort of knows about the PL Keeper of the Light sort of partners in crime combo, and if you're not going to ban a hero against your opponents, you can always just take it. But definitely one of those carries that's been seeing a lot of play lately, and fairly rarely will. I don't think Gone Wild will try to out carry a PL. They'll probably have to construct a strategy whereby they just deny him farm and take control before the hopefully the 45-minute mark.
Yeah, they took a bit of time to get their last pick, which will be the Bounty Hunter. So, Bounty Hunter, obviously the track's going to be very useful for finding this Phantom Lancer when he's invisible. However, the problem is when there's a lot of illusions up, you're going to have a bit of trouble finding out which one is the real Phantom Lancer.
Just got to get in there early.
I like the
good offlane hero.
I like this Phantom Lancer pick, but at the same time, I'm not 100% sold that he's a first pick kind of hero. Like he was first pick for Bung League +4, and I'm not too certain, but maybe they got a certain strategy they like to use with him. We'll see.
Reserve time.
I think it was just I mean, obviously that invis is why Bounty Hunter is such a viable hero in the offlane these days. Can fairly comfortably get levels from safe. Obviously forces the supports to invest a fair amount in early rev wards just to try to keep him out of the lane. And Rubik, the last pick up there. Nothing particularly huge spell-wise to steal yet, but just a good reliable stun for the tri-lane. Probably going to be tri-laning with Undying, and while Undying doesn't have as much CC, Rubik's a good reliable one there for initiation, and probably more importantly counter-initiation to protect the PL.
Yeah, Bung League +4 are still missing their mid hero, while Gone Wild is still missing their carry at the moment, and a couple of supports, and a support on each side. So Gone Wild, they're going to take out that Templar Assassin, and Templar Assassin no longer really one of those kind of first pick, kind of first ban heroes. I think TA's kind of fallen off slightly, but that one will be removed as a mid hero, and Bug League +4 obviously knowing that Gone Wild still needs their carry. Anti-Mage will be removed from the pool as well. Although, I don't know, thoughts on Anti-Mage? I personally don't think he's an amazing pick anymore. I think a good counter to something like Phantom Lancer right now would be a Sven carry, just from the cleave.
Yeah. I mean, both those. I mean, Anti-Mage would probably pick up a BKB regardless, so they're probably just looking for any sort of BKB wielding carries. Maybe they want to like ban out the carries that go under them, so maybe like a Juggernaut or a... Okay, so they're just going to ban the big carries and try to force the long game here, banning the Luna as well.
Luna's actually a bit more of a mid-game carry, so I'm thinking right now they might actually get rid of... what's another really strong mid-game carry at the moment? There's a couple of them out there. I'm surprised...
Well, that's the thing. There's always a lot of carries in the game. Only so many will be particularly great against a PL, but Gone Wild won't have too much shortage there. Whereas on the flip side, looks like they're trying to ban out just most of the top tier mids. Windrunner trying to cut down the options for their offlane pick. Looks like both teams. I mean, I'd be surprised if an aggressive tri-lane comes out of Gone Wild, but it's definitely not out of the question here, depending on what they take.
Yeah, these goes the spin ban.
Another mid ban with the TA and the Queen of Pain, so they must have a particular mid in mind that they are worried about. Perhaps a Puck, though Puck's actually pretty good against TA, so and Queen of Pain for that matter. So not really sure.
I personally don't think it's unless you've already picked your mid. And you're worried about being counter-picked for mid. If you haven't picked your mid hero and the other team haven't picked their mid hero, I actually don't think it's a huge issue to start banning mid heroes because, you know, no matter what happens, there's going to be options available for both your team and the other team. But Lone Druid will be your fourth pickup, so I think there's your hard carry right there. Most likely we're going to see Keeper of the Light, Shadow Demon, Lone Druid in a lane with Bounty Hunter in that off-lane solo. That'll be like the most obvious laning choice right there. Nightstalk will be your fourth pick for Bung League, and that's going to be your mid hero most likely. So, waiting for Gone Wild's mid hero and another support for Bung League +4.
Big
Okay.
Admiral Kunkka.
So do you see? I think I see what's happening here. Shadow Demon and Kunkka. It's a very powerful combo. Do you?
Yeah,
I'm right now. I'm seeing Lone Druid mid with Keeper of the Light, Shadow Demon, Kunkka tri-lane, and Bounty Hunter off lane.
You reckon? I would have thought they put the Kunkka mid. It's a Sing favorite and good hero with early
if you're
levels.
gonna put Kunkka mid, you're gonna put Shadow Demon there too. Like you're not gonna give up that Shadow Demon Kunkka combo. That's just if you pick those two heroes, there's no way you're gonna not lane them together because that's silly, right? I mean, you're. It's such a huge combo. It's such a good combo. It just seems like you'd be wasting.
Yeah, good point.
picks
I
if
guess
you
we'll have to wait and see. Oh, got the Panda Bear out on Lone Druid, so quickly going through. It does look like Lone Druid that is Shibsei is moving towards the mid for Gone Wild. We've also got Putty playing the Coddle, Guna on the Shadow Demon. Looks like they're going to be running Metal Floy, the Gondar is heading towards the top lane solo, so interesting decision there. It's aggressive tri-lane, and of course that leaves Lucky Last, the Kunkka, who is indeed moving south. That's L Street with Shadow Demon, so it looks like they're going to be trying to get this aggressive tri-lane on up against the guys from Leggett.
Yeah, and as I previously said, Nightstalker handled by enemy will be your mid hero. I believe that leaves YOLO Swag Wub Wub 360 no scope. I actually don't know who that player is. I'm just going to call him YOLO or Undying. He's taking Undying solo off lane. So that'll leave your Lishrak, Rubik, and Muffin Man handling the Phantom Lancer, your bottom lane. So Galactic on the Lishrak with Sammy Mate on Rubik with Muffin Man on your Phantom Lancer. So offensive tri-lane versus a defensive tri-lane. I think this is actually a very, very good move for Gone Wild. They know they have the offensive capability with this kind of tri-lane. They have the Kunkka pick, they have the Shadow Demon pick with Keeper of Light to back up. And yeah, they really need to shut down this Phantom Lance, and I think they might just be able to do that depending on the way they play.
Yeah, definitely looks like this will be the lane where the action is. Interesting to see that Rubik's already got up sentry wards and a smoke, so not sure what he's planning there.
DD on Shadow Demon.
Hopefully Sammy is able to get those sentry wards down within early time to try to counter this.
I don't know, but Kuna's been picked. Disruption will go straight into Lishrak, but he's already firing up that Illuminate, and Torrent will take first blood. No, actually Shadow Demon's going to take, Guna's going to take the first blood with the right click, but the Torrent will
he dropped very quickly. That early damage to big AoE spells didn't really stand a chance, and definitely not the start they were looking for here. Not that it'll affect their laning presence too much, but the early gold, definitely something to be useful in the pockets of Shadow Demon. I believe it was Gunnar that actually got the first blood there, so...
I would not be surprised if they just kept doing this over and over again. Gunnar's already on level 2, so he's going straight for Soul Catch. He's going to ignore Shadow Poison, so they want to kill him this lane. And the one they really want is obviously the Phantom Lancer. That's the main prize in this lane, but obviously Phantom Lancer's got the invis, and yep, he's already got a level in the Doppel, so... They will need to pop those sentries down and be very resourceful with sentries. However, they need to buy some sentries first, obviously. Good counter warding by Leggett, though.
Yeah, they still probably want to have access to that pulling camp, that ward. There's a bunch of different spots it could be, though, so I'm not sure that one will be able to see it in range. They'll have to put another sentry down behind the actual camp. Looking at the other lanes, Undying not doing too bad at top 6-3 against a 6 and 4 Gondar, so they're pretty content just beating each other and the creeps in their 1v1 melee battle, though Gondar probably will be pretty comfortable up there. And likewise in this mid battle, unsurprisingly, the Lone Druid starting to take control, just easy outlast hitting power, basically 2v1.
Night Stalker will take all the runes, though. The one weakness for Lone Druid is unless he's very onto it with his Spirit Bear, Night Stalker is basically going to be looking for runes because he does have the bottle and Lone Druid is not running a bottle. So as with the top, I think it's pretty much like going to be a stalemate lane. I mean, you've got Undying who, as it states in his name, he won't be dying because he's up against a bounty hunter. And, you know, unless he makes some sort of really crucial mistake, I don't see him dying. Disruption in the bottom lane once again. I think Rubik got caught this time. Torrent will catch Sammy and he will go down very quickly once again.
Denied.
Yeah, poor old Rubik there.
That.
Didn't have really anywhere to escape.
Teleporting straight back into lane. That's 2 kills already within 3.5 minutes in this bottom lane. Going the way of Gone Wild. This is going exactly how they wanted it to go. And Leggett kind of struggling at the moment. Muffin Man's not doing too well on the last hit, 6 for 1. Kunkka L Street's basically doubling his last hits at the moment, 13 for 4. And meanwhile you've got Puri on the side in the jungle just constantly with his Illuminates and Chakra Magic. Disruption will go down once again. Soul Catcher straight on Muffin Man. Torrent will catch and that will be the death of Muffin Man.
That worked.
4-0, this is hurting.
He didn't even have time to go invisible, like, it was just like, disruption straight into Soul Catcher. Bam, a Torrent will catch you as soon as you come out, and then Illuminate will just pop straight onto you. You know, this combo is, this combo is fantastic, and...
Yeah. Also missed a kill up top here. The Bounty Hunter got a early kill on Undying, and level 6 already, not too far off finishing his phase boots, and he may just be content considering they're doing comfortably in their lanes to stay up here for a while and get some more levels and farm, though with such an early level 6 he'll be a presence on the map that crack kills are just going to start being a real problem down bottom.
I'm actually very surprised Undying died. I mean, he's got so much survivability in that lane. He's got Decay, you got Soul Rip. I mean, you gotta... I mean, I didn't see what happened, but he must have had made some sort of mistake for him to die in that lane. I just don't see it happening. Night Stalker is going to make his way to the bottom lane to Trex. Stun will catch Puri. Enemy is still there with his Night Stalker, trying to block L Street. Very nice blocks. They're probably going to get this kill. Spirit Lance will slow L Street, and Leshrac will... Did Leshrac catch the stun there? It didn't matter because Muffin Man got the last hit.
Yeah, huge plays by enemy. It's very rare to expect the gank before that first night, and a quick double kill, really what they needed to get themselves back in this game. Oh, and early, wow, Night Stalker taking a lot of damage off that lucky Tangle. And he'll bottle back up, so he'll be okay. But yeah, with the Orb of Venom up on the bear, that's going to be a little bit of an annoyance there for Night Stalker, who is just about ready for his first night.
Yeah, I think Night Stalker's got a really good lead at the moment. He's got bottle, he's recharged back up, and taking a bit of unnecessary damage there, but otherwise he's got an early kill to lead himself into this first night, and
Lone Druid has to be careful. He's only sitting on 450 health here.
This is Knight right now. Does anyone know the Entangling Claws? Another lucky Entangle. In fact, I almost think he should just stay and try and fight. Like, if he gets one more Entangle, this is a kill. Very dangerous, though. It's a good thing they both backed up. So, enemy has a lot of options right now. He can either go top or go bottom. Top will allow him to get track gold on this Undying, but he's going to claim a DD rune and he's going to go straight back to the mid.
No ward vision up for the guys from GW, and they are scared at bottom.
Oh, and he is going to tower dive this one. 3 last hits. 3 right clicks will be all you need, and Illuminate from Putty might just catch him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Wouldn't have made a difference. It's actually only a level 1 Illuminate.
Looks like the Bounty Hunter trying to get a track kill up on the Yellow Swag, Undying up at top. Get him down to pretty low health, down just below 400, but not enough, and he has forced to back off. And now without mana, his bottle is on the way as soon as he brings it up on the courier. That'll give him an all-important source of constant regen, but
they're both quite low now. I do want to add, though, he's leveled Shuriken Toss, he's maxed out Shuriken Toss instead of Janata. So he's going for... I don't know, I think at the early levels you can get a bit more burst damage out of the Shuriken Toss rather than the Janata, because the Janata is a crit, and if your base damage isn't good, your crit isn't going to be very huge either. The problem obviously being, though, that you just don't have the mana to support that kind of skill build. However, he does have a bottle now, so I think he wants to go for this kill.
Looks like we've got 4 bottom enemies coming in, but GW too quick to spot that, move immediately back. Nice smart play.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So even if they're not getting the kills, this is buying Muffin Man more time to farm. Finished up his Tranquil Boots, but still a long way to go for this PL before he starts being an actual threat beyond the occasional Spirit Lance spam.
Yeah, you know, once again he has to go up against... oh, we got a disruption! We got a disruption straight on top of enemy. Torrent will follow. Enemy is sitting on 240 HP. A lot of Shadow Poison. 30 HP left. He's bottling really hard, running through. Lone Druid's trying to try and come in and catch him. So fast, so Night Stalker at night time, you just can't get him.
Yeah, Lone Druid probably could have caught him out there if he'd come a little bit faster, but too busy farming.
No boots on the bear, though. No boots on the bear, unfortunately. We've actually got a disconnect. Rubik, Sammy mate. Sam's disconnected on the Rubik. Just take this time to look at a couple of stats. So we got 35 to 13 for last hits on the Lone Druid, followed by 30-11 for both Undying and Kunkka. So Yellow Swag and L Street are even number 2, followed closely by Middle Flow on that Bounty Hunter. Muffin Man, he's doing okay despite how much pressure they've been giving him in that bottom lane. He's managed to get himself 24 last hits, which is actually more than enemy has in mid. So, not too bad. What do you think?
Yeah, pretty equal so far. I mean, looking at the gold graph, there is a almost 2.5 gold advantage to the Dire, and just looking at where that coming from.
First blood will give you. They got first blood and 1 extra kill, so that'll be the difference there.
Only a few hundred extra, maybe a track kill up top. Yeah, still a pretty close game. Anyone's sort of in it. Enemy's done a good job of equalizing the early disadvantage after that 2 successful ganks so far, but not really over as the still got a good 5 minutes of night. I wish I should know these things. I think it's 4 minutes more to go before he runs out of time, but They probably want to get a bit more advantage than they already do on this first night. Nightstalker definitely one of those swingy heroes that
They definitely want to press as much as they can. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some sort of 5-man action going down on this bottom lane as you get Undying, as you get YOLO Swags Undying popping down the Tombstone in the bottom lane and going for a big team fight or a big push. You really want to take advantage of this at night. And as you can see, Muffin Man's already started leveling his Juxtapose, so he wants to get those illusions out. He's getting early levels in the illusions, so I think they're wanting to push. That's the impression I'm getting right now.
Yeah, is worth noting. Tombstone's still only level 1. He was maxing under K for the solo lane. So not sure how much of a team presence that will be in the short term, which is probably a bit of a missed opportunity. I mean, an early level 3 Tombstone can be really quite devastating.
Middleflow is saying Undying's name is so big it's blocking creeps. It actually is. If you actually go and check him out over here, I don't know if you can see my ping, but his name just extends 3 times the length of his HP bar. Something that I do want to mention is the 3 early kills we saw on bottom lane in the favor of Gone Wild has actually given their supports quite a bit of extra farm. If you look at the 4 supports on the map right now, Lishrak, Keeper of the Light, Shadow Demon, and Rubik, none of them are farmed, especially if you look at Rubik's items and you look at Galactic's items on the Lishrak. Very quickly you can just tell how much money they have at the moment, and then you compare that with Guna. And Putty, and you see exactly what 3 kills in that lane has given them in terms of items.
Boots is nothing to scoff at in the life of a support hero.
Boots and Wand for Guna though. He's got 2 kills. He's sitting on 2 for 0 for 1.
Living the dream. Alright, so it looks like we are going live again. Still not a lot of action. Middleflow's content to farm up top. I'm curious to see at what point he decides to start moving out of his lane. That he will have to go back to respawn or start bottle crowing if he to get that mana up if he wants to start moving.
Yeah, Tranquil Boots is up on the Lone Druid in the middle lane. I actually don't know how to say his name. Is it
Shibsei, I guess.
Shibsei. Middleflow has TP down to the bottom lane. He doesn't have a lot of mana, but that's why we got to keep it the light, right? So
yeah, after getting that early mid tower.
So they know. He's level 8. He's got track. He's had track for a while. Now they really want to just start getting those track kills in there. Unfortunately, I think they will need to dive tower for this. Shadow Poison is going to scout through the trees. Galactic might be a bit exposed there. I actually think they might dive tower for this one. They just want to clear the creeps. He's dropping straight onto the Galactic. Kunka's not there though. Elstree is not there with the turret. Where is he?
Not sure if they got the track up in time on that kill, but a kill is a kill. Leshrak taken down, and Rubik is trapped in level 3, nowhere to go.
Want Sam.
Dire's top tower.
4 heroes looking for him. They definitely got the track on that one.
Yeah, definitely caught without a paddle there. But the nice counter gank missed it up top. Lone Druid was taken down by enemy diving in there with the help of Undying. Tombstone plus Nuke Void, just too much damage.
As well.
And it looks like they're going to try to get this early top tower. And the guys from bot are just a bit too slow to respond for the bottom tower.
This is a very good trade. I mean, you've lost 2 heroes, but at the same time, you've taken advantage of the positioning of the other team, and Leggett have managed to claim a tier 1 tower on top. A lot of presence down bottom, though. 4 heroes are still here. I suspect they're going to take this bottom tier 1 very quickly as well. It's only on half health.
Yeah, TP's
going to come through. He could torrent this TP. Tombstone's going to come down. Disruption straight on top of YOLO. They got to back off. I think they could have fought. Oh, no, enemies here as well now.
Yeah, fortuitous that
Elstree taking a bit of damage here. YOLO wants to go in. Enemies diving this tower. Very good turret. Enemies taking a lot of damage. Middleflow will take that one down.
Yeah, clutch plays by the Rubik to save his teammate and bag the kill under the tower of enemy.
They want Undying. They want YOLO Swag. Wob 360 no scope. There's a big fat zombie moving through the jungle and Middleflow is chasing. He's giving way, phase booting all the way. One Janata. Oh. It's only a level 1 Janata, unfortunately. It's a very good response by Bung League +4 in that bottom lane. Claiming the top T1 tower, then immediately teleporting down to defend their own T1 tower. And, you know, got a kill on L Street and managed to save their tower.
Yeah, in the meantime, Muffin Man just doing work mid, farming up the lane, pushing down the tower. That mid-dire tower now almost at deny range, just slightly above, so an opportunity there as soon as the mid lane is left alone once again.
I do think that the opportunity has swung back in the favour of Gone Wild. It is daytime once again, so you know this is the opportunity for Gone Wild to come back into this game a little bit. To be honest, I still think they're sort of ahead in this game. The gold graph and the XP graphs do still show that they are leading the game at the moment, although a minor blunder in that bottom lane during that night, I think has definitely given Leggett a bit of presence in this game that it didn't previously have.
Interesting to see 2 belts of strength up on the lone druid early. Not entirely sure what the plan behind that is.
You can build one of them into a basher.
Double basher?
Double
Bashing
basher,
all day.
one on the bear and one on yourself. not the recommended
No one will
build, but
ever
it could be
escape.
here. Enemy, however, he's been disrupting the bottom lane. He's been forced to pop
Oh,
darkness.
they're blocking enemy in.
A lot of TPs in. Not enough damage to bring him down. He's been tracked as well.
Yeah, Bounty Hunter
Kuna's
looks
had
to
to go
want to
down.
go back
Kuna
in
went
here.
down though.
One crit might be the kill, but no, he just drops immediately to Yellow Swag, the Undying.
L Street will
Way
be the
too
next one to
tanky.
drop.
There's a double
was that
kill
Soul
for
Rebel.
the zombie. Nice plays, and enemy after bottling up looks like he might want to hunt, but daytime arrives, and that
Meanwhile,
probably
top
means
lane.
salvation for Putty.
Shipsay got a T1 tower in the top lane while all that was happening. Mid lane as well. Muffin Man, he wants it. He's gonna turn on Kuna now. Oh, Kuna's gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, I think that was slightly ambitious teleport by Aguna. He might be okay, finding support just in time from Putty, who roamed in from mid lane. 2 supports protecting each other. But yeah, 3k gold up onto the Phantom Lance and already, so maybe considering a early Radiance. No, in fact, he just immediately sells, so he's going for the Diffusal first.
I don't know, I think that might have been a mistake. I mean, I feel like he should have gone for the Radiance there. I mean, he was definitely within reach of it. 3k gold, you're only 800 away from it. Oh, Shipsay's gonna claim that region where an enemy really wanted it, and this will be his death.
Yeah, I don't mind the decision to forgo the Radiance this game. It is sort of an investment in the long game, a farming item, but I'm not sure if PL in this game really needs that help. Just so long
And
as
it's
he's
also-
able to endure into the late game,
I
I
think
feel like
it's
he should
also,
look at being pretty strong.
It's very powerful in team fights because of the fact that illusions gain your Radiance bonus. Your illusions gain the Radiance aura, so you're in team fights you're basically increasing that aura, you know, beyond the reach that you would normally be able to. It's not just good for farming. It's good for farming. It's good for harassing. It's good for pushing. It's good for a lot of things. So, but you're right. It's very you know, you got to really invest for it. So.
It might be just a bit win more given the lineup that
Asher on the
GW are up against.
So that's one of your Belter strengths gone.
Yeah, 5 up here in the Radiant jungle for Dire. They're wanting to make something happen. Failing that, they might just push this bottom tower, but yeah, I think they really need to make some kills here happen. Perhaps at least get up some aggressive wards. I do see Guna has a couple on him. No counter wards.
No smoke out either. I mean, I feel like at this point they really, you know, it looks like they want to group up for something, but they don't have a smoke, or maybe they just want to push here. They do have a lot of pushing power, you know, L Street with that level 3 Tidebringer. Shipsay and the Bear, they can bring that tower down fairly quickly, and then of course you've got Illuminate on the Keeper of the Light.
Yeah, strong pushing power and really only the Galactic in terms of for a response pushing power, but then again, it is pretty hard to push into that level 4
Oh, we might be able to see
tombstone.
someone here. Disruption onto No Scope in the jungle. Tyre will get 3!
Oh,
will catch 2!
Incredible plays by the Akunka there.
They need to get rid of the tombstone because it's slowing all of them down so much.
Yeah, the zombies want their revenge, but I think enemy may go down in the meantime.
They really want him. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of mana left on your bounty hunter. Middle flow. He needs another right click. Can he get it?
The track speed. Oh, the galactic stun misses. But the support arrives just in time. Metal Flow decides he doesn't want to die for the kill, which probably is what would have happened had he committed there.
What a good play by L Street though in their jungle. Seriously, 3 people caught in the torrent, and then 2 on the boat. I mean, that's just an insane amount of damage, and not even to mention the disable that you got from that.
Alright, so completed Basher on the bear, and Shibsei will just return back to his jungle, continue farming the neutrals. Looks like we've got...
I'm actually half thinking he's going to go double Basher, because he's turned one of the belts of strength into a Basher already, and he's got another one on himself.
It's definitely an aggressive choice.
Yeah, well, it looks like both of the Radiance carries is going to skip Radiance, so not really Radiance carries now.
So look at the net worth. Shibsei is fairly leading the pack. Muffin Man not too far behind on the PL. Now that he's completed his Diffusal Blade, level 1. Probably going for something like a Mantra or a Heart next, I'd imagine.
Oh, Shibsei and Muffin Man are going to look at each other. Entangle straight onto Muffin Man, followed by a bash straight into double walk.
Yeah, he'll be fine up there. Just a little bit of tickling each other. Does force Muffin Man to use his invis lest someone, the supports were coming into actually ganking with numbers.
He does have a Tranquil though, so he's okay. He's not going to take too much damage from that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
You know, I think gonewild need to be a bit more active with their roaming, because if you look at their lineup, they have the ganking lineup. Their ganking lineup is a lot more powerful than Leggett's ganking lineup. And just so I say that, there's a bit of action going on the top of lane. Shibsei could be in a lot of trouble. 3 heroes here.
Yeah, no escape for Shibsei. And because of that early top tier tower gone, just he's way out in the depths. No way.
There is a smoke rotation though. L Street's nowhere to be seen there. I feel like L Street really needs to be here. They need the torrent. They need the torrent. They need the ghost ship. They want to go for a middle flow. Has ping. Does he get the track on? Yes, he does. Disruption will be on enemy. Muffin Man is the prizer. They will get him. Gooner's going to be in a bit of trouble here. Silence Disruption won't be up for a long time. They really want him.
Yeah, enemies arrived for revenge. I'm not sure if Bounty Hunter is going to escape from this one with his life.
Oh, very good. Blinding light by Putty right there. Torrent. Oh, it'll hit one of them, and he'll get the invis. Good invis by middle flow. They're not done. Enemy is not done. He wants L Street now. Shibsei is back in the flow.
Interesting choice, Kunkka buying a Shadow Blade this game. Definitely a strong item, but when you do have a Bounty Hunter on your team as well, you'd have to assume at some point that counter wards will be in every single push, so might be difficult to initiate with the item as he would have hoped.
I think this is a good item if they're planning on playing a very gank heavy kind of playstyle.
It's tough to gank into a team with a Night Stalker though.
Yeah, it didn't really happen earlier. I mean, it didn't happen about 5 minutes ago. I saw Kunkka, Keeper of the Light, and Shadow Demon kind of hanging around mid lane, and that's when Shibsei got ganked on top, and that's when I felt like they needed to be proactively moving around the map, trying to get kills, and this might actually happen right now. Guna middle flow on the bottom lane.
Oh, L Street
Also
lifted up
top
in
lane
the
as
top
well,
as well. Kunkka will escape though. The sentry ward put down
Guna's
too
on the
late.
bottom lane might die.
Yeah, really needing dust, not sentries there in that situation. I think Guna might be okay. Oh wow, decides to turn around the aggression. Gives up his life
Oh,
in the
Muffin
hope
Man is so low though! Double TP support coming in the bot lane. Enemy will be here as well as YOLO Swag.
Yeah, nice aggressive use of the Diffusal Blade by Muffin Man there, trying to get the counter kill on Metal Flow. It wasn't to be.
BKB's already up on this bounty hunter. Middle Flow already has BKB. This is going to be really powerful. in the coming team fights. He's going to be able to do a lot of damage just on the sideline, getting a lot of tracks on everybody. Yeah, we've got a second Skull Basher. Shipsay's got a Skull Basher recipe sitting in the stash right now. He's going to go for a double Basher build. One on himself, one on the bear. There's going to be a lot of bashing happening. I do want to say though, I think a really important item Night Stalker should consider this game, an item that enemy should consider this game is Aghanim Scepter. He's going to go for the BKB first, but the Aghanim Scepter choice will be there, and it's specifically very good this game because obviously you get vision across
Gank on bottom.
and Guna dies
Nice
bottom.
stun landed by Leshrak, and that will finish off the BKB on the Night Stalker, who is now carrying an eye.
Radiant's top tower is under
And
attack.
I don't think Metalflow knows yet. He's playing like he's a little bit safer than he should be. And this bottom tower, tier 1, is glyphed, but I don't think that's going to be enough to save it. Need a few more players than just the putting Metalflow down here to protect it against this
Still
4-man
got
gang.
a level 3 Illuminate that can be used here.
Dire's bottom tower is
Don't know
under
how much of a deterrent it will be, because this tower is absolutely melting.
The TPs are coming in. They're a little bit late, but 4 people down here now. I expect Guna will try to initiate maybe boat plus slow, but
Radiant's
no,
middle
all have
tower
legged
is
it.
under attack.
Have legged it, as it were, and enemy bottled regen rune might be thinking about turning it around. I feel like they would be comfortable in an initiation here, even with the lack of mana on
Here we go,
Yellow
this he could
Swag.
get disrupted, no, straight into BKB. He might even try and kill Guna here, but he's been ultied, he's been purged by the Shadow Demon.
Oh, Metal
Ulti
Flow up
support.
on the
Metal
heal.
Flow. He can't do anything except track up there.
And he's already used all his mana on one Shuriken Toss.
He's gonna TP to the nearby tower, and wow, did Rubik steal boat there? Rubik stole Ghost Ship.
Was a fail boat though.
Well done,
He hasn't had
Hissy.
much practice with them.
I would actually like this is a request to Valve, so Gabe, if you're listening, when Rubik steals Ghost Ship and he fails the boat, I want Kunkka to say to the Rubik that he failed, that was a fail boat.
PL
Definitely
and
needs to be
his
communicated.
army of copies pushing up through the top, getting pretty deep into enemy territory, just uncontested pushing this lane, farming enemy jungle.
He's got a level 2 diffusal already. That's not something you typically see, like, kind of want to use up your charges first, but enemy will go down in this mid lane. Very good purge by Guna.
Yeah, and Galactic's not escaping, no way. Looping back around the Dire team. 2 early kills and taking down the Night Stalker, they're the key pick. And I think they just want to push straight down the middle with
Elstreet's
this.
got the eye now. Elstreet's got the eye from the enemy, so that's a free eye for them.
Not sure the PL will be too thrilled about that proposition.
Metaflow is going to have a sigh of relief though. This game is definitely a bit of a wavy. If you look at this XP graph, that's the one that you really want to check out right now, because that exactly shows you what this game has been like so far.
Yeah, to and fro. 14-15, so the kills are definitely in favour. Going both ways. The gold's still fairly comfortably in the way of the Dire, and a lot of that would have to be doing with the fact that I believe the towers are even, so it really just comes down to those track kills.
Yeah, 3K is not like an extreme kind of lead. It's a very good lead, but it's not the kind of lead where you go like, whoa, they really got this in the bag. But
It's
you're
that
right,
second
track
basher,
gold.
basically.
Track gold. Actually, that's the cost of your second basher right there.
Nice ward coverage up by the Dire team, holding counter wards, and yet both those counter wards unfortunately missing their respective radiant positioning. So looks like we might have a bit of a tangle up top here. The Metal Flow is investigating and has support in tow. Almost 4 up here top, trying to probably
Dire's
contest this
bottom
top
tower
lane
is under attack.
T2 tower that Sammy and Galactic are defending with their very lives, getting their much needed
Couple of
levels.
pings went for Roche actually. I think not too sure who pinged Roche there. It was either Yellow Swag or Potty.
There might be these PL
demonic
illusions
purge.
going in.
YOLO swag, 3 of them on this hero. He drops a tombstone, but it's going to be wasted. That's another 100 extra gold. 130
Rubik steals
gold, actually.
Torrent, but doesn't have the mana to do anything with it.
That was a track kill as well as a free tombstone. So that was a lot of gold. So that's something you want to be careful as an Undying player. You don't want to just throw down your tombstone for free like that because it's worth a lot of gold.
Tower is under attack.
There's a torrent, cheeky torrent.
Won't be enough to stop this tower going down.
No,
Without
not at
PL,
all.
without Undying, nothing they can do.
I actually feel like Guna should be a bit more forward here because if anyone steps up a bit too far, that disruption will catch, and that could be another kill. So, positioning wise, I'd like to see the Shadow Demon be a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, Chrysalis has been completed for a while now on L Street, so he's starting to get up into that absurd Tidebringer attack damage. No doubt we'll be finishing that off into a Daedalus, and then
I'm actually not too sure
sky's
how
the limit.
Shadowblade works with Tidebringer now. Someone may need to correct me on this, but I believe it was changed in a recent patch of how Shadowblade interacts with Tidebringer.
I
So
imagine
not-
it's just the standard 150 bonus damage on top. Alright, so we
So
do have a
I-
Roche attempt,
I do
already below
believe-
half health, no response.
I
so-
do believe Tidebringer was doing a bit too much extra damage with the Shadowblade, so I think they've changed it a little bit now, but nonetheless still very powerful. And Shipsei will take that Aegis of the Immortal. So now we've got double Basher with a Vlad's on this Lone Druid. I'm almost thinking Shipsei is going more of like a semi-carry kind of build. Because he's not going for the standard items. There's no Radiance. There's no Soul Cuirass. We're not seeing those typical Lone Druid items.
Yeah, for sure. And this strategy definitely seems to fit in with the game plan the guys
they
from
want
GW
Galactic.
got here. But that means they need to start acting using this
Double
Roshan
BKB
advantage.
straight onto their Tombstone will come down. Elstreet's copying a lot of early damage. Silence will go straight onto him. Guna will pop his Demonic Purge onto enemy. Galactic's very low. Middle flow is going to go down low. Enemy's not very low. Entangle's going to hit. Bo's going to come
The
in.
bow.
Catching 2. Sammy's been caught. Lots of trouble as well. They're going to get these kills.
Yeah, just great positioning there. The entire fight, GW just played it to their favour. Hoodie and L Street just managing to land all their spells on multiple heroes multiple times throughout that battle, while the Lone Druid just tanking it up in the front. And I'm not even sure how Guna managed to
Look at Hoodie.
survive. Was in the
Look
thick
at
of it as
Hoodie.
well.
He could die here. He's going to die of illusion. No, he's not. He's just going to make it out of there. He was putting an Illuminate up on a bunch of creeps while Muffin Man just very sneakily he popped in a little Spirit Lance there and it did a lot of damage to Hoodie. But they couldn't go for that top T3. They wanted to go for the top T3, but the creeps just weren't pushed enough.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there was any buybacks looking through the chat. Just quick respawns by
If you look at the buyback status, hotkey is I. No one bought back because none of it's on cooldown, so no one bought back. They could have definitely been a Rex though, like if the creeps were pushed up. Here, I don't know if you can see my drone. If the creeps were pushed up, that would have been your T3 right there. Unfortunately, the creeps are all the way back here, and of course that means you're basically fighting against the T3 region on the tower. However, this will mean they're going to claim basically all the outer towers. The Fortify, I think, is on cooldown. It might be, no?
It's up, but there's no point
It's up,
using
they don't
it
want to
here.
use it. They're not going to defend that. Rubik's also been tracked here.
Yeah, very convincing golden XP advantage now for the guys from GW. They want to try to convert this into racks though. The PL is getting dangerously close to his Reaver and from there a Heart. And once you get to that stage, the game may start to tip. So I think GW just want to make sure that things are over before they get to that. As Undying moving out aggressively, getting multiple players tracked up here on the defensive line. So,
Sam Rubik wanted to steal that disruption, but he got the Shadow Poison instead. Here we go. I think this is where they want to go in because enemies popped his darkness. They're really looking to move in. And Tangle will go straight on top of enemy. BKB will pop. Middle force BKB will pop. Both going to come in. I don't think it's going to hit anybody. A lot of AoE damage coming in. Wobble will be your first hit. Enemies looking very low though. Tidebringer brings down 2 of them. A triple kill for L Street, and that is GG by enemy.
Yeah, the Kunkka crits. Just too much. And GW take the first map. This is of course a best of 3, but a good, convincing, aggressive decision. Strategy executed well. I don't know whether it was the bashes that made the difference, but really just getting in there, taking these towers, ending the game. 31 minutes, so a nice work
Something
there by them.
something to jog in the notebook. Double basher on the bear early game. It can work, maybe, possibly. Oh, look at this, he's soloing Muffin Man, and there's just so much bash.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
And you do have to say that with
Dire's middle
so
tower
little
is
CC,
under
really
attack.
with the Rubik really the only reliable stun coming out from the guys from Leggett, didn't really give PL a lot of room to sort of move through those team fights and really enable the Coddle and the Kunkka to get ideal positioning in those team fights. Enabled them to do a lot more damage and just stay effective throughout the fights, whereas Undying was pretty much drop tombstone, maybe a few nice heals.
There were moments in this game, specifically around the 16-minute mark, if you look at the graph, that is where it looked like Leggett were starting to make their way back into this game, however it just wasn't so. And one very, very convincing team fight on that top lane near the T3 tower really secured the victory for Gone Wild. So that's game 1 out of a potential 3 in this best of 3, and yeah, Grievo, would you like to close it out? We'll see where we go from there.
Yeah, man, we're going to split the VODs up there, so if you're watching this on the stream, these videos will be available on YouTube later on YouTube.com/GrieverTV. And yeah, we'll head on over to the next map in just a second. Looks like the lobby is up now, so yet again, check that out on Griever TV on YouTube. And we're going to get into the next match now.